Hey guys, so this is Carmen from Carmen Eagleman Fitness, and I am jumping on here to talk to you about snacks. And this is the fourth episode in this series. We first talked about breakfast, then lunch. Yesterday was about dinners, and today is about snacks. So I know that it can be kind of easy sometimes with snacks and then sometimes hard. We want to, as moms, to go for convenience, right? Anything that kind of saves us time and that's easy on the go. So it's easy to go into the store and grab, those convenience foods, right? And especially it's hard to navigate when those boxes and labels are saying healthy, all natural, whole grain, fiber, and no sugar or no added sugar. And it's like, what do you believe? So I know that can be kind of crazy. And so I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks and some meal ideas of what I like to feed my kids and why. So the first is going to be Greek yogurt kebabs or cups or drops. There's quite a few different versions of this. And basically you take their favorite fruit, like if you're going to do the kebabs, get some wooden sticks. Remember to cut off the sharp part of those. We don't want our kids poking themselves, right? So you would take their favorite fruits and just put them on the kebabs and then dip them in whole fat Greek yogurt. Again, you want whole fat. You want plain. You don't want non-fat. You don't want skim or part. And you want to make sure that it's plain because when it comes like with the fruit, pre-mixed with the fruit, there's a lot of added sugars. There's a lot of chemicals in that stuff. Even in a lot of regular yogurts, right? These companies have taken what's supposed to be healthy and have either taken the low fat, and fat tastes good, so they take it out, and then they add in a whole bunch of sugar and can say sugar-free because sometimes they'll add in different artificial sugars. So there's just a lot of stuff in there that you don't want to feed your kids. I know I'm the bearer of bad news, but and those are super easy to grab, right? And Greek yogurt can be tart, so it's like, how do you get your kids to do it or to eat it? So in the kebabs, you can dip them in the whole Greek yogurt, put them in the freezer, and then wait until they're frozen through. And then you can even drizzle with a little bit of raw local honey or pure maple syrup. Is it still sugar? Yes, it's a more natural sugar, but it's better than the chemicals and things and the added stuff that's in there. The cups, you can take those silicone cups, like a cupcake cup, put Greek yogurt in there, mix it in with the honey, and then top it with your child's favorite fruit, sliced fruit. Put those in the freezer until they're frozen, and then there you go. You've got a great cold snack. The drops you can put in a blender. So put the Greek yogurt and the honey and the fruit, put it in a blender, blend it all up, put it in a Ziploc bag and cut off the corner, and then just make drops along on a cookie sheet, right? And you can put it down either on the cookie sheet or parchment paper or whatever, and then put it in the freezer, wait till they're frozen, scrape them off, put them in a bowl, and then it's perfect because you can make a whole bunch of those and then just pull them out and they can snack on those. So kids love it. Another treat is frozen grapes. So wash your grapes, put them in the freezer, let them and just keep them in there. You can put them in a bowl or whatever and pull them out as you like. That's a nice, yummy treat. Even for adults too. It kind of makes you feel like you're having, like it's cold, it's sweet, just really yummy. Another one, my third one, is fruit pops or ice cream bars. And I will post the link in my blog for you to be able to see. But these are great because, again, ice cream just has a lot of stuff in it that we don't need. I wish we didn't have to navigate our food so much or investigate it so much. But unfortunately, especially here in the U.S., we have to. And so making these fruit pops and ice cream bars are super easy to do. You can put them in a blender or whatever, and then I bought the molds off of Amazon, and I will include that link as well for you to see what I use, and they're BPA free, so you can make these up ahead of time, put them in the freezer, and then you've got a great treat that you know is healthier and that your kids can enjoy and still feel like they're getting something yummy to eat, right? The next would be, my number 4 meal would be energy balls, or my girls love these. Our favorite versions, I have a lemon energy ball, a lemon coconut, or a anything with chocolate and a nut butter. They love. They're just like me. They don't fall far from the tree. So those are really good. You really can go on Pinterest and kind of find any flavor that you want. You can find them with or without oats if you're going grain free. So I like them both versions, and I will include those recipes in my blog as well. The next would be granola or protein bars. So again, the granola bars that you find in grocery stores have a lot of added stuff, and even the ones that spout healthy, all natural, all whole foods, it's really hard to find those clean items. You definitely can. You just want to make sure you look at the ingredients. Like a Lara bar is great, a great one, a great brand that I will even buy and keep. And I'll also do the Perfect Bar. I'll grab those as like snacks on the go, something easy. But I like to make mine at home, and there's tons of recipes. Again, I will include the ones that I like in my blog. But you can find a ton of them on Pinterest and kind of look in the ingredients and see what you prefer and just mess around with the recipes in what suits your taste. The next would be fruit roll-ups. Again, I know, don't shoot the messenger, but it's kind of the same song and dance, right? All the ones that you typically find in the grocery store are full of stuff that you don't need, that your kids don't need to be eating, full of red dyes or different dyes that are linked to causing ADD and ADHD behavior issues in your child. And so it's just things that, and these are ones that are even banned from other countries. So it's kind of sad that a lot of the, like, we have, I think, I don't remember correctly, so don't quote me on this, but I want to say it's like the top 13 or top 15 chemicals and ingredients that are banned in other countries. The U.S., they still allow in our foods. And these same companies that make these same foods make it healthier without that stuff because the other countries don't allow them to carry it. So they can, it's just it's cheaper for them to put that processed stuff in here, and we buy it, and we're not banning it here as a country. So back to fruit roll-ups. So you can make these at home. They are super easy to make. I will include the link for the recipe that I use. It's literally just kind of blending up essentially the fruit, and then using one of those like slip mats or candy sheets, cookie sheets, baking sheets, whatever you want to call them, and putting it on there, or even and then taking parchment paper and rolling it off. So super easy to make. You should try it at home. The next would be a meat and cheese board. I mentioned these as a lunch, but they're great as snacks too. This is one that we bring to Disneyland quite often. I'll pick up some grass-fed Havarti or cheddar, raw cheddar, slice it up, and get some salami, or I'm probably going to say this wrong, sopressata. My mom would be so proud. But you would, and we just pair those together. It makes it great. And then if you want to add some fruit into it, it makes it more of a meal. Like, you know what I mean? Really good, easy, and a perfect on-the-go snack. Number 8 would be trail mixes. This is another one that we like to take wherever, Disneyland, on the go, have at home. And I kind of just make my own, honestly. I like to, my girls love almonds. One of them likes cashews, the other one doesn't, but it's easy that they can kind of pick and choose what they want out of it if I put something in there that not both of them like. But I put in Ding, the brand Ding, coconut chips. It gives it a little bit of flavor, a little bit of sweetness in there. I will also add in the brand Raw coconut crisps in there, or take a bar of chocolate and cut it up and put it in there. There's definitely, just look at your ingredients, see what's in the stuff. But I really just kind of make up. You can do dried fruit. I do banana chips. I really try to find ones that don't have added sugar or added oil to it, which can be hard to find sometimes. But the one that I had was coconut oil, which I'm okay with, and just dried banana chips. So, and I think it had, I can't remember if it had salt on it or not, but it didn't have any added sugar. So, but adding it with the chocolate and all that stuff gives you that sweetness in there, so you don't need to add all that stuff in there. But just kind of choose what you like, what your kids like. Number 9 would be hard-boiled eggs. This is an easy one our whole family likes for the most part. My oldest daughter goes through phases of liking them and not liking them, but my youngest loves them. They're easy to pack. You don't have to keep them refrigerated once they're hard-boiled for the day. And so it just makes it easy to throw in and go with it. So you can pair it with cheese or avocado. I like to mix it up with avocado, or some salt, a good quality salt like sea salt, Celtic sea salt, or Himalayan salt, which is commonly referred to as pink salt. Those are good for you because they have minerals and everything else in there, and they it's just a good quality salt versus table salt. Table salt is processed and all the stuff is taken out of it, so you're not really getting any health benefits from it, whereas sea salt and Himalayan salt you are. Popcorn would be my number 10. And I will get on my soapbox again. And please don't buy the microwavable bags. I know they're easy. I know they're convenient. But they have a lot of chemicals and things on the inside of those bags that you do not want to ingest. You don't want your kids ingesting. And it's so super easier, and in my opinion, way tastier to get kernels, non-GMO organic kernels, and pop them on your stove. You don't need to have an air popper. I take a little bit of coconut oil, I put it in the pan, I let that heat up, I put the kernels in, put a lid on it. Mine has a little steam hole, but if yours doesn't, just catty corner it. It works just the same. I've done both ways. And then let that cook until you, just like the microwave, until you hear it stop popping, then it's done. And it's perfect. Then I take some sea salt, some Himalayan or Celtic sea salt, and spray that on, or sprinkle that on there, and it's yummy. The girls love it. My husband loves it. We love it. If you do want to buy a packaged one, I will buy Popcornopolis naked. It's just, and theirs is non-GMO, which I love, and it is just popcorn, coconut oil, and sea salt. So it's just 3 ingredients. So it's a perfect option if you want to buy it. So I know it can feel like a landmine when you are shopping for food for you or your kids or your family, but the payoff is worth it. You really want to bypass those convenience foods, even when they're spouting off healthy labels. So the biggest way that you can find out like whether it's truly healthy or not is look at the ingredients and start searching them. I know sometimes in the beginning it might feel like, oh, I don't know what this is. I don't know. It takes a little bit of time, but pretty soon as you research it, as you learn, you will, it will be faster, and you'll be able to spot those things and quickly be able to discern whether or not it's good for you or it's not. So, and if you have any questions, this is my passion. I would love to help. Feel free to ask questions in the comments, and I will answer them for you. So again, this is Carmen from Carmen Eagleman Fitness. I hope that you have found this helpful tonight. You've had some ideas and some tips to move forward with, and I hope you have a great night. Thanks.